Hello everyone. What we have here today on the bench is an Amstrad PPC640 which comes from 1987, and we're going to investigate together what this machine comes with. And for starters, we have a system disk. This is a copy of a system disk, apparently to make it boot somehow. The other disk here it's not WordStar, it's another system disk, 720 kilobytes if I remember this right, 3.5 inch, standard for that era. The other case here has the manual. Great. Yeah, manual for both versions, the 512 and the 640. Apparently those machines are identical. The 640, like this one, is darker plastic, and the 512 was lighter gray. This cable, I don't know what this is, looks like a serial cable, 9-pin on the side with a strange connector on the other side, but I don't know what this is. Now this must be the power supply on the side, and I can tell the UK type plug has been removed and replaced with a European type. So yeah, it's the original part, and it's always nice to have the original power supply. And yeah, the European plug has been in place. Good. What else is there? Nothing I can see. Nothing else is there. So let's open it up and see if it works, and plug it in and power it up and see what happens. Now the PPC640 compatible machine comes with a full AT 102 keys keyboard, and at this point you're looking at the keyboard. It's flipped and closed, and this is the how you can carry it with you and save size and save some space. So let's open it up and see how it looks. I guess it was quite a decision back in '87 to put a full AT keyboard onto this machine and call it a portable machine like this. But I think the design looks good, and it's pretty cleverly made. So it flips over and you can carry it with you. You can plug it in with a car lighter. At least that was one of the accessories back in the day, and you can have it running in your car, and it's pretty reliable and robust. It comes with this little monitor, which is the MDA CGA LCD monitor, quite nice and slim for the day. The only thing is that it's not very stable, and it is non-backlit LCD, so you have to bring it to the right angle so you can do some work. On the side, contrast and volume for the internal beeper, the on-off power switch, and some LEDs to show that drive A or drive B is actually working, reading at that time, and a little case above which holds the cable for the modem. This is another difference between the 512 and the 640 version. This one, the 640, has an internal modem, and and of course some more memory, 640 kilobytes instead of 512. So I think it's time for us to plug it in and see if this machine works,
and if it doesn't, I'm pretty sure we can do something and fix it if it's possible, and play with it a bit and remember the good old days. But before we do just that, let's take a look around and have a look around the machine. Now here is the label. It's made in Korea back in 87 or 88. The machine actually introduced in 1987, and here is the big battery compartment to hold 10 batteries. And as far as I can remember, I've read somewhere it could run for an hour, a full hour of operation. Remember, this machine has no hard drive. It comes with one or two floppy drives instead. So I'm guessing the consumption was lower. Those two are not the original pads to hold it straight, but they can do the job, I guess. Now from the bottom we can move to the back side of the machine. There is this big all the way cover. We have to open to reveal all the ports, the phone connection, couple of expansion connectors there, the serial and the parallel port, which actually is bidirectional onto the 640 and unidirectional to the 512 model, and the external monitor connector on the very left side. Now before I even try to power it up, I'm trying to get a measurement, an indication from the power supply. And the interesting thing with these machines after 30 years or so is that most of them can be found apparently quite dead. So no power comes from the power supply. I had to open it up. I guess most of you know the drill already. I found that the fuse has been blown, burned, cut, however you want to call it, but yeah, I have to replace the fuse, and I hope it's only that, and put it back in operation. So I have to find another fuse. It's strangely enough there is no socket for the fuse. It has been just soldered with a couple of wires left and right, and then straight goes straight onto the little PCB, but it's okay. So let's replace the fuse and see if we are lucky today and make this computer work after 30 years or so. Okay, the old fuse has been removed, desoldered from those cables over there. There's a plastic cover, and you can tell it was burned inside somehow by the time I plugged it in, almost immediately, and blown. I have a new one, I'll put it in the plastic and see if it works. And apparently it does. The system has been powered up, asking for new time and date and or batteries. Sorry, I have to focus better, but it's not easy with this non-backlit LCD screens, the old type from the 80s, but you can see the system works fine, and I'm pretty pleased with this yet another easy fix. I have placed the system disk on the side into the floppy drive, and apparently what we have here, apologies again for the picture quality, that's the best, I'm trying to do my best here. What we have is 3.3 MS-DOS version,
that came with these disks and this system, and that's all I can load for the time being, because I have no other software at this moment to play with, but I'm happy with the result. Now these machines pretty obviously need some service and care, some recapping, especially the big cups that we have found into the power supply, and let's hope it's only that every time we try to fix something. So that was a short video presenting the Amstrad PPC series, which is an important model because it was the first compatible portable from Amstrad back in '87. I hope you liked it as much as I did, especially because it's a working system. I'll be back with another video, or other videos, I hope, shortly. Other interesting models, actual pieces of computing history, I hope. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing, and remember, restoring and repairing and giving life back to these systems is a passion and a hobby, and I hope you can do your own repairs and keep your collections alive at all times. Thank you very much for watching again. Bye for now.